Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I am playing the Tier 9, uh, well, it's a premium, the Destroyer Black. It's a US destroyer, and it has a tool that um, makes it very interesting to play. Now, the extra tool that it has, if you're not familiar, doesn't always come into play, but it probably should in a game where you've got 4 enemy destroyers. Taking a look at the matchup, first, there's no CV. That's really nice. So we've got Montana, Vermont, Iowa, Lyon, Richelieu. In terms of red battleships, it's a lot of battleships, but the torpedoes on this thing move at the speed of smell. I think they move at like 49 knots or something, 51 knots. They're really slow. So chances of landing a torpedo, I would say minimal, but it's not impossible. And they hit reasonably hard. Cruisers, Hindenburg, Alaska, Edinburgh. Alaska, of course, does have radar, and Edinburgh can have radar, but almost always will run with smoke. Now you can see that the black does have 3 radars itself. Now they're short-range radars, but if you can catch a DD that has smoked up in front of you, and the only thing that was spotting you is that DD, you can absolutely wreck that destroyer's day. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Now the enemy destroyers, I'd say they're pretty tough. You know, the Shimakaze, of course, is a torpedo threat. Holland, torpedo threat. Decent guns. Friesland, just gunboat all the way. With hydro, really hard to hit in smoke with torpedoes. And then the Cossack B is a gunboat. On our side, we've got Harugamo, of course, is a gunboat. Smolin, a gunboat, also with radar. Myself in the black with decent guns. These are basically the Tier 9 US destroyer line DD guns. And that actually is a really fun destroyer to play that I really like, although I generally do play the gearing in Tier 10. And then Le Terrible, which it can be effective when in capable hands. All too often, players in that ship push in too close, take a massive beating, and then are basically worthless the remainder of the match. We'll see how this turns out. My radio location tells me there is something that direction. I don't know if it's the battleships that are the closest or not. No, there's smoke there, so there's definitely a destroyer there. Maybe I get lucky here. I'm not holding my breath. Both Friesland and Cossack, really hard to hit with torpedoes and smoke. And the battleships look like they're going to have plenty of time with sight of the torpedoes to be able to avoid them. Why am I pushing closer? Well, I want to minimize the time, and you can see that the Lion spotted the torpedoes, probably because of the destroyer. So we may have more than one destroyer in this cap. You can see the Cossack is on the other side, so I do manage to land one torpedo, minor miracle, and the torpedoes are back up. Now they do not have a really long reload, so you can do things like this. Yeah, it had to have been the Lion that I caught with a torpedo. We'll see whether or not I get lucky again.
Smoke generator started.
I can see the Lion, and it looks like he's just going to push right on in, so I'm going to smoke up and get guns on him. Now I am sitting broadside in smoke, which is usually not a very good thing to do. So I'm going to back up here, and then I'm going to start angling. And it doesn't look like my torpedoes are going to hit the Lion, but I don't think they're going to need to, because he's got everybody on this side firing at him. That's a terrible yellow rush, and he's putting himself out of the game. And he's gone. And there's no reason for me to sit here, so I'm going to back out of my smoke and see if I can get eyes on something. Also, getting out of my smoke means that I'll probably avoid any torpedoes, because the torpedoes that are coming are probably coming for the smoke. So I'll just do what I did before. I'll back up. Why am I backing up? Well, I can still present a narrow profile to potential torpedo attack, and I can accelerate away from them and away from trouble, whatever it happens to be. If you're nose in a destroyer and you get caught out, it's really tough. No wonder it was so difficult to land a torpedo. Friesland is right there, and Friesland is tough. Now I'm hoping he's going to sit in his smoke. I've got radar ready, and I can pop the radar and just gun him. He's still moving forward just a little. He's got some help, so I am detected there. But with the radar, we're going to make it difficult on him. These are very floaty shells, and he's turned back, so his own smoke is now protecting me from being spotted. Now, I wasn't able to do a whole lot, but I did push him out of the cap. I don't expect he's going to stay out of the cap, and I'm debating about whether I want to stay in the cap. It's risky here. Shimakaze and Friesland here. I am still in the cap. I think I should throw those back there. And I'm radio located, so you know the way that I'm using my radio location. Well, there's somebody on the other team doing the same thing, but they haven't targeted me with guns yet. So I'm just going to keep working on it. Now on the other side, you see we've lost Harugumo and we lost Iowa. On the other side, our guys are about to secure the Delta Cap. I do take a little bit of damage here, and Friesland is just pouring out shells. But maybe I catch him, because that is kind of the area my torpedoes are heading. And if his hydro's down, I can catch him. I've got to straighten out my line here to avoid eating a torpedo. This is going to be really close. And I do catch the Friesland. Yeah, that's about as close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. I do catch the Friesland. I had to leave the cap, but you know what? That's okay. We've got Massachusetts in there. Now, he's not long for this world. Our Massachusetts is going to get sunk. I don't see any way around that. I'm hoping Massachusetts can get that Edinburgh if he pushes out there. He's got his secondaries working on the Richelieu, but I don't see any way Massachusetts is going to survive this. No. Edinburgh is turned around. He's no longer detected. Our guys on the other side, they're doing a great job. There's the Shima. I don't want to eat torps, so I should probably turn in here as Massachusetts goes down. Shima does take a big shot. I might be able to finish him off if I can spot him again, but he's too far away for me to open up. These, you know, the Fletcher guns, I mean, they're good guns, but a target that's that far away, the shells are so floaty. If it's maneuverable target, they're almost always going to be able to avoid most of your shots. So I'm going to focus on securing the cap and look for opportunities to put some torpedoes on things. And if I'm able to secure this cap, it looks like I've got Jean Bar and Rune is pushing south. Rune's taking a big chance. I do manage to secure the cap. I don't know that I want to push forward. Yeah, I think I'm going to head back this way just a bit. Our Des Moines takes out their Alaska, but the Reds on the other side have pushed forward and they hold the Delta Cap now, so it's really a good thing that I picked this one up. We do still have a little bit of a points lead. It's not very big. And there's something here, right? I mean, you can see it. It's in that channel, which is the reason I've decided to head this way. And if you're not sure why I'm saying that, you can see the little kind of semicircular white line that's kind of above my reticule. That's the nearest red ship. So there's something in that channel. And I'm going to try and get over here and meet it and wreck its day. It's going to be probably the Cossack, right? Maybe a Holland, but I guess it could be the Shima, but I think the Shima was too far south to be there already. But whatever it is, I'm going to get over here and try and finish it off. It's still sitting in that channel. And if it smokes up, of course I've got the radar, so I'm going to get nice and close. It may be moving back down south, but it may just be that as I get closer and I'm continuing to traverse east, the radio location indicator is going to move as a result of that. Either way, I'm pushing right in. It's right there. And I'm going to try and finish it off. There it is. It's Cossack. He's got great guns. But that's going to probably do it right there. He does have torpedoes, but not a lot of them.
Problem solved, sir.
Hindenburg is really pouring on the speed. And at this point, we're down 5 ships. The bad guys are now down 6, and this game has a little bit different flavor now. Now, our Le Terrible is still in the game, so, you know, kudos to that player. He must be just keeping the guns hot from range. You can see the nearest ship. It's got to be the Holland, right? Shima is probably still over on the other side of the map. So I'm going to see if I can help with this DD. Now, if it is the Holland, he won't smoke up, of course. And I have to be kind of careful that I don't get myself caught by the Hindenburg. Hindenburg has a 6-kilometer hydro, so if I get detected by him and he's able to turn toward me, even my smoke won't protect me. So I'm going to sit here for just a second behind the island. And there's the Holland. Now he's at kind of max range, and he's still detected, so I don't need my radar. This is kind of the maximum effective range. We lose Montana and Des Moines all in quick succession. Le Terrible finishes off Holland, but we're down to 4 ships now. The bad guys still have 5. We've got 740 remaining in the match, and I'm going to get in this cap because we are down on points. We're going to lose Le Terrible, I think. And I think he's kind of forced to just run. One more hit, and he's probably gone. And I'm guessing that Hindy's probably going to go around that island. And then head back this way. Iowa. That's tough. I don't know who's going to use the island and who's not. I'm going to throw them out there and hope that my torps are back up in time to help me as I head south, because that's where I'm going. As long as those 2 red ships that are on the 10 line stay over that way, Le Terrible is much faster. He can stay out of sight. And if he keeps them chasing him, we'll secure the cap. That'll allow us to catch up on points. We've still got 6.5 minutes. And there may be an opportunity for me to get torpedoes on something big down here at the Charlie cap. I'm about to secure this cap. It's going to start helping us with points. You can see I've got my torpedoes active because if somebody has the captain skill or commander skill, that'll allow you to know when someone's targeting you. It will tell them if you've got guns on them, but it won't if you've got your torpedoes on them. I don't want to get detected here, so I'm going to swing outside just a little bit, and you can see here comes Iowa. Montana is in position to be able to move this way. I think if I can get around this island, am I going to hit the Indy? Nope. Pretty close, but you could get an idea of just how slow those torps are. Now Iowa, he's moving back north. Probably thinking I'll get in that cap. And he probably thinks I'm north with Le Terrible. So I'm expecting that I'm going to smash that Iowa here with a torpedo. We'll see. And I threw the other set wide. Maybe I catch the Hindi. No, not wide enough. I was hoping maybe he would turn into the cap. He's going to go left. No, here he is turning. Oh my God. I just totally missed the Iowa. He very wisely turned south. So my torpedoes aren't going to do a thing. And this is still a really close game. Now the bad guys have secured the Alpha cap. Ruin and Prinz Eugen are doing all they can over there, but they're in a tough spot. You know, neither of them has a whole lot of HP left, and it's just really just the three of us. Le Terrible, against opponents that are running away from him, he's not going to really be able to do a whole lot. You know, if I'm able to land a torpedo and it's like a one-shot kill on the Hindi, then maybe. Yeah, I'm going to go outside with those, and we'll see what he does. Le Terrible he's just waiting to get close enough to the island to be able to get a shot on the Hindi to save that cap. And Iowa is accelerating. I think I'm going to miss everything on that. Yeah, he's accelerating. So I'm not going to hit with any of those. Maybe I catch Hindi with, I mean, it would be 1 in a million. Maybe I catch Hindi with a, no. Iowa's doing a great job of avoiding my torpedoes. But it's, you know, it's not hard to do. These black torpedoes are so incredibly slow. So we've lost the Prinz Eugen, and this is beginning to look like a loss for us. We're down to 3 minutes, and Iowa is just doing a phenomenal job of avoiding torpedoes, and that was really my only chance. Montana's running away from me. Le Terrible or La Terrible. He's doing all he can to keep the cap reset, but I'm sure the Hindi guns are pointed his way now. And I'm throwing those out on a wing and a prayer, hoping Iowa might head back. And you can see they could be dual-purpose torps. If Hindi runs south of his current position and doesn't stay in the cap, maybe I catch him with one. And if Iowa heads north, maybe I catch him with one. But I got to try to get into the Charlie cap. We're down to 2 minutes 20 seconds. We're way behind on points, and Le Terrible gets sunk at last by Hindi. We lose the roof. Oh. Yeah, well, it does not look good for our hero. So I think this is going to go in the L column. There's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about that. The torpedoes are just so incredibly, they're glacially slow. Really, really bad. So you just kind of have to get lucky with these torpedoes, really. And now they're going to know right where I'm at. And all I'm really doing is slowing down the inevitable. They're able to just outrun the torpedoes. And with 1 minute and 20 left, there's not much chance for me here. Do I catch the Hindi? Oh, that would be nice. I could gun him down if I'm able to land a torpedo here. That could buy us a little bit more time in this match.
The enemy is about to win.
I just have to keep inching forward to stay visible. He's going to get off a shot here. Oh, those shells all landed short? Seriously? Come on. That's it for him. He's dead. I've got smoke. Probably should have used it before now, really. And can I finish the Shima? I've got 28 seconds. I'm going to try and finish the Shima, and then it's going to be over. I don't see how I survive this. See the comment from the Hindi? He was looking at the torpedo angle. And yeah, it's true, but they're just that slow. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a very fun ship to play. I really appreciate you spending a little time with me, and I'll see you next time.